and a jolly good morning to you from a bright and sunny Nuremberg. This is actually the third time I've started this video. Had to abandon the other two due to certain presumptions on my part and not reading some signs correctly. Originally I was going to do a random public transport ride on the number 5 tram. Number 5 tram I just chose literally at random. It looked like it went to the most interesting places throughout the city, and I could do what I usually do, which is get off every third stop, have a little look around, and you know, see what's there. But half of tram route number 5 is actually closed today. I just while I was trying to find the stop for it at Nuremberg Hauptbahnhof, I couldn't find the tram anywhere. So eventually I saw a sign which seemed to mention tram number 5, translated it, and it essentially says there's track works on from, rather unfortunately, from today until about a month's time. So I've taken number 5 to the end of the line that is in operation, which is at the Tiergarten here, or the zoo. So I'm going to have a little look around. It also says Willkommen im Reichswald. So there's a forest here too, woods. So I'm going to have a little look around here. Once I've done that, I am going to get onto tram number 5. I'm going to get off at every third stop between here and the Hauptbahnhof, where it will now terminate, as the rest of the line is shut. And then I shall move on to the U-Bahn and go to the neighbouring town of Furth. I was definitely considering doing that during my short stay here, so that's decided what I'm going to do. And again, it's only a few stops on the U-Bahn to Furth, but I'll get off at each third stop, get up, get out, have a little look around, and we'll see what we end up with. And there'll be a separate video on a walk around at Furth, which I shall post separately once this is all done. So let's go and have a little look. I'm not going to get that tram, it's the one I just arrived on. I'm going to have a little look around here first and grab something later on. Just have a little look at this sign first, actually, just to have a little idea. I have noticed actually this part of Germany, Nuremberg, there aren't so many tourists as you'd expect in, say, Cologne, Hamburg, Berlin, Munich, and there's a lot less signage in English or other languages for that matter. So you do need to, if you don't speak any German at all, have access to a translator. Just helps you on your way a little bit, and yeah, it's nice. I would say actually, as I mentioned on a previous video, Nuremberg Airport, which we're about 2 hours from Munich, is a fantastic little airport to go through. I got here the other day and straight through, very, very quick indeed. And it was definitely, if you're coming to this part of Germany, and maybe not other than Munich itself, it's a fantastic alternative airport to go to instead of Munich. So just worth bearing that one in mind. Anyway, all that said, just going to go up. I don't really have time to actually go into the zoo today, other than to make today a trip to the zoo instead of a public transport ride. Next tram goes in 5 minutes. I certainly shan't be on that, but they run every 10 minutes from here to the Hauptbahnhof at the moment for the next month. They normally would carry on for about another 10 or 15 stops to another part of Nuremberg, so I'm slightly disappointed I can't do that, but I'll go to Furth instead, which I'm sure is going to be a very interesting place to look around. Right, so I just had a little look at the prices, just in case anyone wants to head on up here. Price for an adult's €18, although there does seem to be discounts if you have a Nuremberg pass, whatever one of those is. And there's a family ticket for €42 with various discounts along the way for children, senior citizens and holders of various passes, so on and so forth. But if I was to be going in now, I think it'd be costing me €18, which doesn't seem too bad actually for a zoo. Seems to have a reasonable selection of animals to look at. As I say, not really a huge amount of time just now to maybe stay and have a look around, so I'm going to just have a look at the general area now quickly and then head back on that tram and see what's at the third stop along. Incidentally, this particular trip I'm using a Deutschland ticket, as I'll be doing quite a bit of travelling from A to B, off to Neuenstadt tomorrow and then Bremen and a number of other places. So the Deutschland ticket gives you unlimited use of all the public transport in all the cities, the S-Bahns, U-Bahns, trams, buses, regional expresses, regional bahns, so on and so forth. The only thing it doesn't really let you go on free of charge will be the ice trains. You need to book and pay for those separately. But they are great value, and especially if you want to do lots of random journeys that you maybe otherwise wouldn't do without going through the need to buy tickets or passes on a daily basis. If you just get yourself a Deutschland ticket, it's valid a month, and even if you're here for a week, you'll certainly get very good value out of that. If you're here for longer, you'll get absolute exceptional value out of it. Anyway, yeah, seems like a pretty nice woods to have a little look around. Very large actually when you looked on the map. Obviously the zoo's there, fenced off area, and part of the forest or woods. There's the public space as well. Considering it's a Thursday morning, there does seem to be a lot of people about. I know a lot of people have a perception of Germany as being very industrial, lots of industrial cities and so on, but that's really kind of up north really, in the Rhine-Ruhr Valley area. The further south you get, particularly down in Bavaria, it's very green, quite mountainous, very mountainous in parts, and rural. And thoroughly interesting country to look around. It's got a bit of everything really. I mean, you've got the trendy cities like Berlin, Hamburg, Cologne, Munich also, and some fantastic other cities, those that were in the former East Germany, such as Leipzig and Dresden, just for example. Well worth a visit. This is definitely the part of Germany I enjoy the most, where you can quite easily get out of the cities and towns into some really nice countryside. Anyway, that's probably enough from here just now. This would be certainly a place I would come to frequently if I lived in Nuremberg, to cycle, go for a run or a walk. Plenty of space, plenty of fresh air, really nice. So I'm going to head back to the number 5 tram and find out what the third stop along the route is. I'll just get out and have a little look around. I'm rather hoping that wherever it is, there's a coffee shop. What can I do with the coffee now? Right, that was a nice little walk around in the woods there. Pop back on the tram. It's due to depart in 2 minutes. There's a driver outside checking his text, so I'll be jumping back in a moment, and let's see where the third stop is along from here. Right, so it looks like we'll be getting off at Mergeldorf. Sounds interesting? Hopefully it is. Right, well, here we are at Mergeldorf. Looking at this sign just outside the tram stop, looks like it might be quite an interesting place. I'm just trying to It's got its own S-Bahn station. Just trying to see precisely where I am on that map. It doesn't actually say where the tram stop is. Right, become apparent in a moment, hopefully. Let's just kind of have a little look around here. Trams are every 10 minutes, so if you get to somewhere that's not very interesting, you've only got 10 minutes to wait. And multiples of that for each level of interest after that. Right, well there's the railway line, so presumably the S-Bahn is very close. Just down there, so yeah, I've got a rough idea of where I'm at. One thing you're never too far away from in Germany is a decent baker's. Get some really, really nice bread. There's a few sorts of German bread I'm not madly keen on, the dark brown stuff and sourdough and so on and so forth. Not madly keen on that, but the rest of it's really, really good and always worth popping into a decent baker's and getting yourself some nice bread rolls and cheese and ham or sausage and put that on there. Absolutely fabulous. Right, seems quite an interesting little outer borough of Nuremberg. Just following my nose really, where the buildings start to look nicer and we're going downhill, I think down to the river, so I should just be down here somewhere. For any of you that have looked at some of my other YouTube videos with random public transport journeys on them, you will know that I've come across some right uninteresting places and grim looking places along the way, but this isn't actually one of them. This is really rather pleasant here actually. Just following my nose at the moment just to see where it takes me, just based on the buildings I can see, because there's some really nice buildings just up behind there. The river's back in the other direction actually. I decided to is that a public footpath? No, I think that's into someone's house, better not go down there. Just read a sign back there, just translated it into English, and it said the building just to my left here was, this is a church obviously, a royal farm owned by Conrad II. I think it was Conrad II. So yeah, very historical building there. Looks to be a private residence now, or at the very least some kind of hotel. This is a lovely touch in the cemetery. Not sure how this would pan out in the UK. Watering cans just left there for the use of. Decent water supply there to collect your water from as well. And yeah, I'm not sure you would find watering cans still in situ at somewhere in Britain. I'm sorry, very sorry to have to say that, but I genuinely do believe that would be the case. But here, fantastic. Very nice, very calm place. Just going to go back. I'm going to track back the way I just came and head down towards the water, and then head on my way back to the tram stop. and see what delights await in 3 stops time. There is a caveat with this 3 stops rule. If I see something of unquestionable interest before I get to 3 stops, I'll definitely jump off beforehand, but generally speaking, I'll get to the 3rd and we'll just go and see what's what with it all. I love it. You see places that you would never ever otherwise see, and people. What an absolutely fantastic place to just come across randomly. The 3 stop rule has definitely paid dividends here. This looks an absolutely lovely restaurant as well. It's closed at the moment, but I can imagine sitting out here on a warm evening with the sound of the water coming through there, and that very old watermill. Incredibly old. It's barely turning actually, but it suddenly started getting quicker actually as I spoke. Let's see if I get round and get a better view of it down this way. Satzinger Mühle, this is called. I presume that's the name of the restaurant. And that old watermill there is absolutely fantastic. So, great place. I'm going to head back to the tram stop now, see what we've got heading our way for the rest of the trip back to the Hauptbahnhof and then on the U-Bahn to Furth. Great day so far. Bamboo garden, all you can eat, Chinese restaurant. Ooh. Nice area. Oh dear, the race is over for the next tram. There it is. I'll never get across this road before that tram goes. I've got another 10 minutes. Let's take a little stroll in the other direction then. Right, yeah, there's the local S-Bahn station just up there. In fact, I could just jump on an S-Bahn there straight to Furth, take about 10 to 15 minutes rather than a tram and the U-Bahn from the Hauptbahnhof, but where's the fun in that, eh? None whatsoever. Right, next tram should be along shortly. And how do we even say that? Schmalzenburgstrasse. Oh, too bad. To Marterstrasse. Yeah, this was on first sight like it's going to be a 10-minute job. I do see that sign up there, Lonnie Ubler House. Absolutely no idea what that's all about, but it's a brown sign. If it's a brown sign, brown signs here mean the same as they do in the UK, then it should be of interest to someone like me. I'm going to take a little walk down here for 5 minutes. If there's nothing here, I shall race back and get the next tram in 10 minutes. Lonnie Hubler House is here, and it looks like the kind of place that you go to listen to music. Otherwise it's just somewhere in a suburb. Cancelado House. Folk club. Great tunes, old and new. There's an outdoor stage. Looks like it's been renovated at the moment. There's a bit more grass on it, I guess. If I'm not mistaken, there's a bar in there, and is that Jimi Hendrix playing the guitar? A picture of Jimi Hendrix playing guitar with his teeth. Cool place. Right, we'll take a walk back in the general direction of the tram stop. Not quite as appealing as the last stop, but interesting all the same. Let's go back, have a little look, see if there's anything else to quickly look at before the next tram comes. Welcome to Durenhof now. Thus far, each tram I've got on has been very lightly loaded. This one was absolutely ram solid. It looked like it was a large party of teenagers, maybe part of a school group or something, that were all on it. So that's probably what's caused the busyness on there. But anyway, Durenhof. Seem to be near another S-Bahn station just up there. Yeah, and a massive road junction. The next stop will be Hauptbahnhof, where I won't linger. I'll go straight to the U-Bahn and then take the third stop along there, heading towards Furth, which will be my afternoon stroll once I get there, and I will do a separate video of my walk around that little town. I don't think there's really anything here to be discovering, quite honestly. So I've got a sandwich in my bag and a drink, and I'm going to go back to the tram stop and wait 7 minutes for the next tram to arrive and take it from there. Next stop, Hauptbahnhof. So next stop on this video will be whichever station is 3 on from the Hauptbahnhof. Hauptbahnhof now, U2, U3 down there. It's not the ones I want the U1, which goes to Furth. Went to the end of the line there on a separate video the other day. Won't be going to the end of the line today, there was nothing much there. I'll be getting off at the Furth Hauptbahnhof, or the station after it. I can't remember the name of that, but one of those anyway, and getting out of a little look around the town. U1 this way. Typical German Hauptbahnhof station. It's just got absolutely everything in here. It's even got some trains. Welcome to Clara, that's the third stop on from the Hauptbahnhof. Do you know, everything suddenly got really, really busy here today in Nuremberg. I was walking around yesterday, did quite a lot of rides around on the U-Bahn in particular, and it was all quite quiet. Not really sure why. But today, which is a Thursday, suddenly it's very, very busy. So maybe there's something I'm not understanding about all of this. But anyway, Plera is the first stop. There'll be 2 more stops before I get to Furth itself. So we'll just have to have a little look and see what there is here. Question is, which way do we go? Altstadt. See, we're still in the centre of Nuremberg, really. Not really moved too far away from the very centre. Well, Clara, yeah, it's just on the edge of the old town. There's the old town wall there, and a little area that someone advised me to avoid at night. It's the red light district, unless of course you want to use the available facilities there, of course, but I can assure you I don't. But I believe it's quite sketchy at night along Frauen something Strasse. I can't quite remember the name of it, but that's what's over there, and then it leads into the old town itself, which is really, really nice. I've got a separate video of that. There's a big interchange here with the trams and buses, and I think the S-Bahn as well, if I'm not mistaken. I can't actually see an S-Bahn sign as we speak. And yeah, it's just an edge of town interchange. A few stops along the U-Bahn from the main station. Quite a few hotels around here, market over there. Not a huge amount to draw my attention, I have to say. Going to jump back on the U-Bahn now and head 3 more along and see what we got there. Clara. Now, welcome to Maximilianstrasse. So I've got no idea what's going to be here. I will have a little look. Luckily, the U-Bahns are very, very frequent indeed, literally every 2 or 3 minutes. So it's never long to wait when you come back again. Next stop, sort of three stops away from here, is Stadtgrenze, which, if my German is working well for me today, means kind of city border or city limits. Nuremberg and Furth are 2 separate towns or cities that are virtually joined together, and I'm guessing that station is at the point where the 2 divide, so I'm not expecting great things from there, but you never know. We'll have a little look around here first anyway, and then after that it will be the Rat House in Furth, where this video will in fact come to an end, and I'll have completed a trip from one side of Nuremberg to the other. I find it interesting that you can still buy cigarettes from street machines here in Germany. I'm not sure if this one's working or not, but most of them require you normally have an ID checker. In fact, I think that must be that there, before you can buy anything. Well, it's not a lot here. It's interchange on the U-Bahn buses and trams again, and a big junction on the roads. That's about all you can say, really. I'm going to head back down and go along to the Stadtgrenze, city limits, or border. There should be a church going on over there. I think I prefer the old town to out here. To Stadtgrenze, which is city limits, and I'm presuming the point where Nuremberg becomes Furth, or vice versa. Next stop will be Rathaus in Furth, where this video will end, as I said before, and I'll I'll do a separate one for my little wander around there this afternoon, which I'm thoroughly looking forward to. I hear it's a nice place. Yeah, city limits. It's a station on a road. There's a shop just down here. I need to get a drink, so I'm just going to pop there and then straight back to the U-Bahn and head to the Rathaus station in Furth. Here we are at the Rathaus station in Furth, which is a town right next door to Nuremberg. Hope you've enjoyed this little trek across the city from one side to the other, with mixed results, as I always expect. Some little gems that you come across, and some places that are less than perfect for the average tourist. So it's always interesting just to get out and about and have a look and see what's what in certain cities, and just randomly riding around on the public transport is a great way of getting a feel for a place. So I hope you enjoyed this trip. I'm going to have a look around Furth itself now. There'll be a separate video for that, and click like, subscribe and the button if you want to be notified of any other videos that I bring out. But for now, thanks for watching. I'll catch you again. Cheers. Bye.